Veteran custom home builder John Lyle of Morningstar Homes knows exactly what you need to know before you hire a custom builder. I'm Merle Braley, and I recently caught up with John at one of his custom homes in the Triangle. I asked him to show me around the home and point out what you should be aware of when considering hiring a custom home builder. What John says in these next few minutes could save you big bucks and, more importantly, save you big headaches down the road.
And we are recording.
Yeah, we are.
Merle, one of the things I'd like to talk about is, what is a custom builder and kind of what's happened here in the market specific to the Greater Triangle area. The recession, the Great Recession is behind us, thank God. At least most of us believe that. The repercussions that it had here in the local market were that a large number of the custom home builders are no longer here. Some estimates has it as high as 80 to 90%. I can't vouch for that, although it feels that way. An awful lot of them were my age, and I just decided that now was a good time to retire. So fast forward to today, the market's coming back, and so has the need for custom home building has come back. But the custom home builders are few and far between, at least as I define a custom home builder. So that need has been filled by a new group of builders out there that are labeling themselves as a custom home builder. And that's why I felt I wanted to just take a little time this morning and talk about what I believe a custom home builder is. And let's start with the 10,000-pound elephant in the room, price. Because there's a couple different ways to define price. If your definition of price is the lowest initial absolute cost of the home with no consideration for anything else, that's certainly one definition, and it's a valid definition. If your definition of price is what I'm going to say the best value, to me the best value is the combination of the initial cost of the home, the service that you receive prior to contract, the service that you receive post-contract and during the construction build, the service you receive after you move into the home, and most importantly, the performance of the home. That's a second definition of price. Let's go back to the first one. If your definition of price, and that's all you're interested in, is the absolute lowest price that you can possibly get with no consideration for anything else, most custom builders can't help you in that regard. We won't be competitive. Certainly with the new group of builders that have entered into the marketplace, the mid to high volume builders that are labeling themselves as custom, and I might point out that there is no copyright on the word custom. Anybody can call themselves a custom builder. So, however, if your definition of your price is the best value, that's where I think custom builders shine. So what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about, that definition and some of the things that most custom builders, and certainly we pride ourselves on, try to bring to the table. And let's talk about before we even get to contract. A true custom builder is one that's going to build your home. That may entail designing the house from scratch or taking a plan or a concept that you have and fleshing it out to your wants and needs. If a custom builder doesn't offer you that, if they simply offer you a plan from a portfolio and they don't allow any changes, in my opinion, that's not a custom builder, just to start with. So I do think that's one thing that sets us aside. So we being the group of custom builders out there, really spend a lot of time working with our clients on the front end to understand. We almost interrogate them, although that's a little bit of a strong term. I prefer to use the word interview. Try and find out what's important to them, what they want in that house, how they're going to live in it, how they want the house to perform. We don't just simply offer up a list of specifications and you can have any color you want as long as it's black scenario. Sadly, some of the other newer entries into the custom builder market, that's pretty much their MO. with that thought in mind, once the plan has been designed, everybody has a budget, and certainly while we're working through the design of the house, we remain sensitive to that, and we have an open and ongoing dialogue with our client about that budget and about the performance of the home and about their wants and needs. And it's a balancing act. I mean, bottom line is everybody has a budget. So we do try and keep that in mind. The build process can be a little stressful. We try and make that as least stressful as we possibly can. We've got a couple of tools at our disposal. We now have a in the cloud software program that tracks all of our communications with our clients and our selections and change orders, and that has certainly helped during the process. But another distinction between what I'm going to call a true custom builder and some of the newer custom builders that have entered the market is the ability to allow and or incorporate changes during construction. That's an area, again, where I think custom builders set themselves apart and shine. We expect it. Our systems are set up to manage it and accommodate your needs. And when you come to us and say, hey, we want to do something different, we're going to roll up our sleeves and sit down and say, okay, let's figure out what it is. Let's figure out what impact it has on your budget and move forward from there. And then fast forward to the stage where we're kind of at in this house right now. We're about a week away from delivering this home to the client. We're in our final walkthroughs and our final punch out and kind of going through our little list and tweaking and tuning. We're going to spend a little bit of time with our client and help them understand how their house should perform. And the processes for calling us in the unlikely event that they may have a warranty request during their warranty period. But more importantly, we're gonna really help them understand how their house should perform after they move in. And as we go through the house, I'll point out some features of this home that are pretty much common to what we do in all of our homes that help us give you a high performance home. So with that said, why don't we go ahead and I'll just begin to walk through the house and just show you a little bit about this house, which we're really excited about. I know I've said that before and I'll continue to say it. We think it turned out quite nice. More importantly, the client does as well too. And I'll point out some of the features of this home that you may not find in some other so-called custom